Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll be filming a mukbang and we asked you guys some questions on Instagram and we're basically filming a girl talk chit chat.
Yes, and so basically we're going to be choosing some of the topics that you guys told us to touch on, and we hope that we answer some of you guys' questions, and if we can't, we're sorry. We just don't want to make the videos too long, you know?
Yeah.
So
today we're eating food from Tiger's Milk.
Yes, they delivered pizza and sushi
for us.
Yes, and they also gave us this non-alcoholic wine, and we just wanted to taste it and just taste it.
Yeah, so this is how the sushi looks. We're so excited to try it.
See.
Okay, so this is mine. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna share it amongst us. And did you show them the wine?
No.
Okay, so this is the wine. It's non-alcoholic. And the pizza, we decided to split it.
Yeah, so they delivered two boxes, and then we decided to give half to our brother.
Yeah,
so we shared the pizza with him.
Okay, so basically we're also going to be drinking Coke Zero because it's the only cold drink we drink. And yeah, but we're just going to taste the wine just to have a glass, and then we'll just drink some Coke Zero because that's what we actually want to drink today. Anyway,
please pass me the soy sauce.
I'll pour a glass for you.
This is our first time having sushi in like.
It smells like alcohol.
Really? I just hope it doesn't taste terrible because I hate the smell of alcohol. Have a family man, God.
I missed the sound of this.
It shouldn't be bad.
I missed the sound of wine pouring into a glass.
It's just so
sad. Okay, let me put my hair back.
Can you taste?
Close it. I hope you tasted it before me.
Okay.
What does it taste like?
I didn't taste.
Okay, let's taste.
It's actually nice.
It's nice for you because I don't have fun.
Yes, it's amazing.
Let's do it, Tanya? Yeah, sure, Taman.
Are you serious? It has that thing where it's like
there's
gonna be alcohol.
It smells like alcohol more than it tastes like alcohol.
Let's get into this video.
Let's get into the questions. Are we gonna eat? We should.
Forgot the etiquette. I even forgot. Probably even forgot how to use chopsticks.
No,
I'm
sure I have.
I feel like your sushi looks nicer than mine.
We're gonna share it.
We can.
Soy sauce.
Okay, I want wasabi and ginger.
I've missed sushi so much.
This is our first time eating sushi, you guys, in a while.
Since lockdown.
Okay, let's see.
So this is also another thing, is that Tiger's Milk basically started delivering sushi. So this is the moment of truth. Why is it not? Oh, that's so sticky. It's so hard to pick up.
I prefer sticky sushi actually.
I know, but it's like hard to pick up.
Okay. Don't make a mess.
I'm the messiest eater. Okay, wait. How is it?
The soy sauce is too salty.
I think you're vegetarian, it's I think you want vegetarian and mine probably isn't.
Oh, you have vegetarian
and you salmon.
You have salmon also. Okay, let's start. Like,
anyway,
eating in the video.
Okay, anyway. So, the first topic, the first thing that someone asked us to talk about, do you want to read it?
No. Choose.
It's the hardest thing about being popular or famous.
What do you think is the hardest thing? Are we famous?
I don't think we're famous.
What are we, dude? I think the hardest thing is just like people saying negative things.
Do you think people say negative things about us?
It's just that when they do, it's just not nice.
But do you think people say negative? I feel like
we get the least backlash.
I feel like we don't get a lot of backlash.
No, I understand, but I feel like the hardest is that.
But look, what's our experience?
Okay, I think, I don't know. You speak. Teta, because I think you have it figured out. You don't know. You don't know.
I would say, I think my hardest thing would be that I need to look put together sometimes. And I sometimes just want to look like a mess. Sometimes I want to be in sweats and in the most baggiest things, and I don't want to tie my hair. I don't want to brush it, I don't want to do anything. And the fact that sometimes we have to
live up to that, or to what we portray on social media is harder.
Because I think when our followers are still less, we would meet people and be like, oh, we can't believe they saw us like that. Like, that's so sad. Like, we know it's vain. However,
I think that you don't want to sell a perception that people wouldn't see in person. I think that's just the reality of it. I feel like for me the hardest thing I think for me the hardest thing is that's being compared.
Do you feel like people compare? Because
I feel like I worry about being compared, so I always want to
but you feel like
I want to look just as good as you. I don't know,
but you do.
Sometimes I don't, and sometimes it shows, so I don't care. It's not I don't care, but I care because I think it's something that people can pick up on.
I don't think, like, I understand your insecurity regarding that. I don't think people pick up on it as much as you think they do. I don't know if I'm making sense.
It makes sense. What else do you think, or do you think that's just it?
I think for me that's the first thing I can think of.
Yeah. Okay, so someone asked what challenges have we faced in the industry that we're in. I think if I would speak first, I would say this one. Okay, Ted, I don't know.
What do you know what you want to say?
I was gonna say this one time we were on set and they didn't have a hairstylist that would manage our hair, and that could manage our hair, and that for me was very I almost cried on set because I had this white guy trying to style my hair, and it was like, why do you have these straighteners and these curlers for these girls with straight hair? Whereas Tina, they know how we look, they know who they're supposed to, they know that they're supposed to be accommodative of us. So I felt sidelined, and I hated the fact that I had to say, no, let me style my own hair, whereas they're supposed to have someone to style our hair.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another thing that is hard is I think speaking up for yourself is so hard, especially when you are, I think being on set is the hardest thing ever,
because they make you do stuff you didn't even want to do.
So I think that luckily now we have management and they help us a lot with all of those things, and it was just so much harder then because we felt like we couldn't speak up for ourselves. And I remember that day, like the other campaign which we just started recently, was when the guy didn't know how to style our hair, and we were like, then why are you here?
Yeah, like, why didn't they at least have someone who's going to be able to style our hair?
Exactly.
It just makes you feel sidelined compared to the other girls who have straight hair and you having to style your own hair.
Like, what was he doing?
He was applying a brush. Because I can feel the tears about to come down.
Yeah.
And I was just so stressed because I knew Asanele was going to be able to speak up for me. But they were busy with her eyes, so the whole time her eyes were closed, and I was so frustrated because I just wanted Asanele to look at me and see how unhappy I was while this guy's just trying to do something with my hair, and I was just so, like, I literally almost cried that day.
That is sad. Like, I can't believe that's even a reality.
It's bad.
Like 2020.
Yes, like they're supposed to accommodate all types of hair. Okay.
Someone asked us what our high school experience was like.
So for me, I don't even want to think about my high school experience because I feel like it was probably the worst time of my life.
Yeah.
If I would define it now. At the time, it didn't feel like it was the worst thing. It felt like it was normal for it to be happening the way it was happening. But it's like I wish I didn't go to that high school.
Me too. I also wish I didn't go to that high school. I feel like there was a lot of racism, and I feel like at the time we didn't know how to speak up for ourselves
because we were kids.
Not even that you were a kid, it's more like you wanted to so badly to speak up for yourself, and then you just didn't know what you were speaking up for. But looking back now, is it 5 years? It's 5 years later. Oh my gosh, now that it's 5 years later, it's almost like, I wish I knew this when I was in high school. I just wish I knew this when I was in high school.
Because you would have been able to
yes,
stand your ground.
Yeah, we had to pay extra school fees because we wanted to do Xhosa, and they didn't allow braids. They allowed braids in the last 2 years of us being in high school. But
then the braids had to be
0.5 centimeters thick and 35
centimeters long.
30 centimeters long.
Wasn't it 35?
I don't even remember, but the fact that there was even a number,
imagine
it was in the code of conduct.
Imagine going to the hood. You must tell this person that my braids can't be more than 0.5 centimeters thick, and they can't be
to get your braids done.
They can't be more than 30 centimeters long. Like what is that?
And they told us as when to twist, we must only do braids, like plaits, because they were like,
it's our culture.
They were like, a twist is more fashionable and plaits are more culture, like more within our culture. I was like, how do you even know this? Like, how do you even? They were like, we did research, whatever, and it was just so. It was the worst time of my life, and I wish I had gone to a school that was predominantly black, and I feel like it wouldn't have played with my self-esteem as much as it did now. Like, I hated high school, but
it was just like the worst time. I feel like you rounded off well.
Yeah,
like there's nothing else I can really speak on. I feel like I'm
just mad. Like, I'm so mad. Like some of our friends would be like, I just disgusting when black people kiss. And then we would be the only two people to stand up for that.
I said, okay, well, you're not coming to my wedding.
And then we'd be the only two people to stand up for it. All the other black girls would just keep quiet as if we're crazy for seeing something wrong with this. And that's another thing that I hated. Some of the black people didn't stand up for the things that we should have been standing up for.
Not everyone has that nature in it.
But I feel like they should.
But not everyone has it. Not everyone is a freedom fighter.
It's like when it's like another thing they would say is, I don't have nice hair, I have black people's hair.
Hair was the biggest thing in high school. Oh my god,
I hated it.
Guys, really, I wet my hair today. Oh, my hair is so dirty. My hair is so dirty. I need to wash my hair. Oh, my hair. Oh. That's all. It's like just being stuck. What are you doing? It's like just being stuck with a group of people, or a specific group of people that you don't have a choice but to be stuck with.
Yeah.
Eventually, we didn't have friends in matric.
It was we had one friend. We had one friend or three friends.
One black friend, because then they turned on us and they lied about us. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
I just hate it. Like high school. I feel like I wish I could send my child to a black high school because I don't want him to go through what I went through.
Oh my Jesus. What are you doing?
I'm a messy eater, you know this. Let's go to the next question. How to tell your parents you're bisexual?
What would you say?
I would say that just tell them. I feel like no, I mean like just tell. You're gonna have to tell them. It's the only way. I feel like, for example, if you don't want to face them, you can write them a letter. I feel like approach them in a way in which that I feel like I can't talk English. I don't know how people film these things, but anyway, I feel like approach your parents in a way in which they can understand you.
Because at this way is that
no, like what I mean by that is that sometimes our parents don't understand the reality of the world right now because they were brought up in a different world, and I think that, or they were brought up in a different era, and I think that,
is it funny if I eat this? Like,
no, it's fine. And I think that you need to make them understand. Not that they are gonna understand, but I think that your intention should, if your parents aren't understanding, is for them to understand.
How do you feel like I made my parents understand?
I feel like they just did. Honestly, I feel like you hardly had to explain yourself. You just got it.
I feel like more than anything, like,
I mean, our dad was like, the signs were there.
Yeah. I feel like another question that was asked in relation to this topic was like, how did my parents react? How did my siblings, i.e. and my brother, how did they react? And I remember I only discovered myself in like matric or whatever.
The last week of school.
No, it was the last week of school, just before matric exams. Yes, so that was then. And then what I would say in terms of like, for example, now I always said I would communicate it in a way that I'm gonna be crying and my mom is not gonna have a choice but to accept the situation because I'm crying. That's how I always thought I was gonna do it. But then when I told her in a moment of anger, and then I remember she was at work and then she called me immediately and she was like, what's wrong, what's going on, and whatever. And then she called me. Who's this? I didn't.
Yes, that's what I was about to say it. I was literally, when you called me, I was literally about to say it. So my mom called me and she was like, is Anita a lesbian? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, did she tell you that? She was like, yes. And I was like, okay, then she is. That's what I said. Because I was like, I'm not going to answer because like it's not coming at me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah.
And then we had the conversation, and then she was obviously caught off guard. I feel like my mom, like, she told me, oh, I always thought my child was gonna marry a man and have kids and all of that. And then she told us she went to a therapy session. What's that song? I don't know. And then she told us, the therapist told her, no, these things are normal, I'm proud of you for handling it the way you did.
And she was like, we're all gonna go to therapy session as a family.
But that never happened.
That never happened.
Anyway,
and then Corona happened.
Yes. And then she was just like, she's just, obviously she's always gonna be in shock. I feel like one thing I'm grateful for is how I was never made to feel bad. I was always worried about that I was gonna feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one thing I am grateful for from my parents and from you, obviously, took a while, but anyway. I feel like more than anything, I'm just grateful for how they reacted and how everyone reacted, and I'm grateful that I just don't have to go through that. Like, it's already too much pressure on me right now, and I'm just going through a lot where that is concerned, or where my sexuality is concerned.
Yeah.
And we just have, like, for example, Asalini once called a meeting the house. She was like, let's talk about her sexuality. Let's talk.
Like, more than
Let's
anything,
be accommodative.
but not even be accommodative. Let's not be insensitive. And I think that sometimes when people see something going on, they are very insensitive to it and they don't realize that something is going on. So then, like, our mother wouldn't realize that she says or does certain things.
Where she's like, oh, when you marry a man, or you
she
do this.
When
like,
she knows she doesn't.
But you know I don't like guys. Like, why are you gonna say that to me?
Exactly.
So then I told her.
So I think that was why I felt like it was necessary for us all to talk about it, because I feel like we all needed to be on the same page with what was going on, and there are certain things that they're not.
And it's fine, and I understand that it's all going to be part of the journey. I just wanted people to know that, like, don't use, like, it's like when someone is trans, you can't say he when you know they identify as a she. Don't avoid it. It's either don't label them or don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just told her, don't speak about me marrying a man, because you know that's not gonna happen. That's what I told her. So it's like all those things, like, we just wanted to be on the same page in terms of being accommodative of everyone and each and everyone's ways of life.
Exactly.
And I feel like if you want to come out to your parents, like, we all know how our parents are. Some people choose not to, some people choose to. I feel like not everyone has to.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should feel compelled to.
Yeah.
However, if you feel like it should be a part of your journey, then I think that some people feel like, I don't care to come out. If you think whatever, then you think I'm whatever.
Yeah.
Like, straight people don't have to come out.
Yeah.
But I feel like, for me, if you feel like it should be a part of your journey, then do it. However, if you don't feel like it's necessary, don't do it. Don't think of other people. Think about what would make you happy.
Yeah.
The next question someone asked, are you guys financially stable? Like, would you be able to survive without your parents financially? I feel like we've covered this a lot, and just because
in so many other videos.
Yeah, but just because someone did ask, I mean, for example, we moved out of home last year
because we had planned to move somewhere else. Sorry.
What do you mean? No, we moved out of home last year. So our parents live in the north. I'm not gonna say we moved to. Our parents lived in the north. We moved to the south. And so basically what we wanted to do was, because we want to move to another city, the plan was to move to another city this year. We wanted to practice living by ourselves in Cape Town, and then when we moved to another city, we wanted to know how to do it. We wanted to not pay bills, like what our grocery list would look like, our electricity bill, our water bill, all those things. We wanted to understand that better. And then luckily, while we moved out of home, like, our parents had given us a car. Luckily, when we moved out of home, we had a car that they gave to us. So then our brother needed to learn how to drive, so we knew that that's a car we'd always have to return back to our parents. And then we were lucky enough to buy our own car. So then we ended up being completely independent. Like, our parents don't pay for anything for us. And now we are at home because our lease ended, and the plan was to move out of Cape Town. But then Corona happened. And then, so yeah, that's why we're at home now. But yeah, we are independent. What do you have to say about insecurities, transparency, and girl power?
I feel like this is something that we always talk about.
I don't think anyone should feel bad about insecurities or being insecure. I think that as people, we should definitely, our mission should be to work on our insecurities as much as we can, because at the end of the day, I feel like they do hold us back in life. I mean, that's just how I see it. Am I
annoying you by eating this?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
But you're not agreeing with me because you're eating.
I heard what you said. I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, because in other words what you're saying is exactly anyway, sorry, but what you did say is what I know you would say is that like, for example, our insecurities are what shape us, and we need to be aware of our insecurities. And when you're aware of your insecurities, you can't project them onto other people. For example, if I'm insecure about my sexuality in some way or another, or in another whatever, I can't project it onto my sister. I can tell her, suddenly this is something I'm
so that means that's something I need to be sensitive to her about.
And if she makes a mistake, I can't hold her accountable, because she's just a human being. As long as she didn't deliberately try to offend me, and she didn't mean to do it, and it just happened to offend me. Some things just happen to offend you. And it's not like someone did anything wrong. It's just that you're insecure.
And there's nothing wrong with being insecure. I think that as people, we need to start learning how to own our insecurities more, and in fact do something about it, and be honest with yourself. The hardest thing, oh my gosh, is being honest with yourself and realizing that there's nothing wrong with everyone else. There's just something wrong with me.
Can I drink from you, please?
Yeah, go anyway. But
can I use your straw? Yes. May I use your straw?
Yes, it's fine.
Do you mind?
I don't mind it. I feel like I'm reading all these questions.
It's fine.
What you can do to not think about someone who broke your heart? Oh my gosh, guys.
Act like they don't exist.
I don't even think that. I remember my one friend always told me, and she's like older than us, so she's like more like family. She's like an older sister, and she basically always used to tell me, you need to accept it. You just need to and I did not understand what accepting it.
And you ended up in therapy.
And I used to tell myself, I'm accepting it, but I'm not accepting. So what I'm trying to say is that I think that as people, you need to accept the reality of what it is. You can't let your mind and your heart to be in a different place, because I feel like what I was going through is that I was outside of the relationship, and I was living in the relationship. I was in a relationship in my head with this person. That's what my therapist told me. So, and sometimes we don't want to let go of that relationship because we don't want to face what comes after. So my therapist basically I can't believe this is coming on thing about therapy. So my therapist told me that I basically am using this relationship. She's like, it's like holding onto a pillow and someone's trying to pull it away from you, and I'm like holding on to it. However, I mean, what happened after I got over the relationship and the breakup, there were other things I had to deal with. But now I feel like it takes me 2 weeks to accept that I'm not talking to a guy anymore.
Do
you think I was in love with Kay?
No.
Really? Dude, I was so sad.
No,
I wasn't in love. Do you think I loved him though? Like, I feel like
you had love for him.
I feel like I'm still sad about it. It's been like 9 months.
I just feel like the situation is ideal for you, and unfortunately things ended when it was still like in the honeymoon phase. I feel like if things ended in a phase where you guys had been dating for 2 years or something, you were gonna deal with it differently.
I understand.
But it's the fact that things were still nice.
Yeah. Wait, let's answer the question. I think honestly, basically this person says, what can you not do to think about the person who broke your heart? I just think that allow yourself to go through it, and just cry. I feel like for me, I didn't cry enough after my breakup.
Also, yes, you see,
I didn't cry
exactly.
at all. I feel like I cried. I just didn't.
You didn't. Like, have goals for yourself. Say, like, if you're gonna stalk this person, which is fine. Like, it's fine to go through the motion. If you just broke up with someone, you're like, oh, I don't want to see their social media, and you feel the urge to stalk them, tell yourself, okay, for a week or 2 weeks, I'm gonna do this. After 2 weeks, I'm not doing this anymore.
Give yourself a time frame.
You need to have goals and be boundaries.
Strict. Yes, strict.
You need to have those boundaries in order to know that, okay, you've achieved this. Okay, you're not stalking them anymore. You're not stalking what they're doing, or you don't have a fake account to stalk them or whatever. So you just always have to have those goals for yourself, so that you know there's certain steps that you
I think it's okay to still think about them. I think that it's okay to still feel for them. However, at the end of the day, at some point you need to be letting go. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for yourself.
Yeah, but breakups are tricky.
They are tricky, and there's no formula, honestly. Just deal with it the way you deal with it, basically.
But let go.
Let go. Someone's like, I'm trying to lose weight and be fit, and I'm guessing that they want us to talk about that.
Yeah.
And we're drinking Coke Zero, so this topic is very fitting.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
had to last year when Cotton On had a
2 years ago.
Oh yes, 2 years
we
ago.
started working out with Tunomvula.
Yeah.
We made Tunomvula a year before then.
Yes, at the MTV base thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, so then we met Tunomvula, like, oh, this fitness girl, like, she's so fit.
She's so fit.
She even looked fit in her jeans, and we're like, this girl. Anyway, And then so we texted and we were like, can you please help us with our fitness? That's number one. You can't do it by yourself.
I think you can.
You can do it by yourself,
but sometimes you need someone to help you in the beginning.
Sometimes it's not even help, it's that push. You see,
sometimes we don't know our limits. I feel like we lift light weights and then will make us lift 20 and be like, what? I didn't know I could lift 20.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I can lift 20. And then we were like, okay, what do we eat? People think eating healthy is salads. Some people don't. Okay, I feel like I'm talking too much.
Should I speak? Anyway, but I like, one thing you need to keep in mind, like for us, for example, if we're taking a break from working out,
eat clean.
Eat clean. I think if you master food, I think we always liked healthy food. That's just our thing. We don't like unhealthy food. Obviously everyone likes unhealthy food, but I think luckily we enjoy eating healthy. Like we really do. It makes us feel good, it makes us feel energized, it makes you feel just good. And I think that the trick is to eating very, very healthy. And eating healthy isn't like boring food. You just need to, eating healthy should definitely be a part of your lifestyle. And I think working out should just be the bonus to it. Like they always say, eating 80-20 rule. Eating healthy is 80%, working out is 20%. Like, so if you're working out and not eating healthy, you're not doing anything at all, basically,
because you're just gaining all those calories. Also, like if you're very strict about it, like they always talk about the caloric deficit and all this thing. You watch all these watch YouTubers
and educate yourself.
Yes, like for example, we asked Novula, what do we eat? She sent us a whole list.
I remember we didn't know, we really didn't know what to cook.
So certain things we didn't know were even healthy. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I can eat this.
And then it's so exciting to realize
when you
I understand what you mean. But I think basically, I think one thing that this other girl told me, who's a fitness influencer, so this girl was like, make it your lifestyle. She was just like, don't look at yourself in the mirror, don't look at yourself after 10 days, don't look at yourself after 3 months of working out, just make it a lifestyle and the results will just be there.
And someone will be like, oh my gosh,
she looks so fit.
Like, oh my gosh, I've been working out. That's how it should be.
Exactly.
I feel like we covered that one.
I think we covered that one. Someone asked us to talk about our first period stories. So basically when we started menstruating. Sorry guys.
Sorry what?
To the guys that are watching.
That's not good. Anyway.
So basically I got my period first.
Because I was older than me.
It was on the 25th of September 2009. Yes, I remember that day. So I remember we were playing in the netball court and I felt like something was weird, and then I was so shy, I didn't tell her. And I remember we went to aftercare. I didn't go to the office, I didn't say anything. I was just like, I'm so shy, I couldn't tell anyone. And then when our mom finally got home, I was like, Mama, like I'm bleeding. And she's like, yo, and I was like, it's so deep. Why did you make it so deep? But anyway, that's how I got my period. And then you got yours.
I got mine on the 4th of April 2010. Why are you laughing?
Because you also remember the date.
Yes, it was the 4th of April. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Because I suddenly got his first. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I felt like there was something wrong with me. And I felt like I wasn't going to get my period. Because I'm like, how can we be born on the same day and you get your period before me? I suddenly grew boobs first. She got her teeth out first. And she got a period first. Everything of mine came afterwards. So I always felt like I was a tomboy in any case. Because all the girly stuff started happening to her. And I was like, oh, I get to. I'm probably gay. That's what I thought. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get my period.
And you're all gay.
Yes, I am.
Someone's like, what are the do's and don'ts in a relationship?
Like, I think we know that.
I think just don't do what you wouldn't want someone to do to you, and what you wouldn't do in front of the other. Like, don't do it. Just don't do it.
Those are the two rules. If you can't do it in front of them, don't do it. And if you wouldn't want them to do it to you, then don't do it. Plain and simple.
Basic. What has life taught us so far? Oh my gosh. Like, it's rough.
I hate it. I just wish, more than anything, what life has taught me. Do you want to speak first?
No, you can speak.
I think more than anything, what life has taught me is that I'm not in control. Like, I think I'm in control, but I'm not. Because it can all stop.
I know.
It can just be taken away instantaneously. And there's nothing, like, you obviously have to work towards it, but there's nothing you can do about what happens in life. If life wants to happen, life's gonna happen.
I know.
What's yours?
I feel like for me, last year was a very hard year for me. It was rough, but anyway. But I feel like
that's this year's my rough year.
But last year was such a rough year for me, and I just remember just being so unhappy. And it's like I was getting all these things. We got our first apartment, we got our first car, we got our biggest check happened last year. Like there were just so many great things happening. Like I was finally living the life I wanted to live,
but you weren't happy.
I just wasn't happy. And then I had to learn that there's certain things that I'm not in control of, that I'm gonna need to somehow understand, which is my mental health and my emotional health, my psychological health. And I feel like those things are the key to being happy in life. Like for me, I felt like when we got our car and I was so happy. Yeah, we were so happy. But the fact that the next week I was crying about how unhappy I am, I felt like, oh, maybe if we get this car, because I'm
gonna be fine.
Maybe if we get this car, everything is gonna work out.
And then next thing,
like, so for me, I just feel like what life has taught me is that there's nothing I can buy, there's nothing I can get, and there's nothing tangible that will ever make me happy.
Unless it's a person.
No, I feel like even if I was in a relationship, I would have been really happy. Yeah, like, oh my god,
you would have taken it out on the relationship.
Yes, probably the relationship. I think that's why I've also been single, because I'm still working through those things. So I think that what life has taught me is that mental health, emotional health, psychological health, and it's the key to happiness. If you don't have those things in, like, I
seek for it.
Like I would rather lose the car, I would rather not afford a place than to be, and I would rather live at home and be unhappy and be happy than to have all those things that are supposed to make me happy and cry every night. You haven't experienced that.
Like, then it's
you
fine.
haven't. It's fine.
Like, I'll be fine.
It's like there's this emptiness. I don't know what's wrong.
I'm not gonna say that I'd rather have this than this. I want all.
I understand. I want it all. However, I would rather be happy before anything else. I would honestly rather be happy.
I feel like I'm so used to drinking non-alcoholic drinks that I feel like in my head it's like I'm drinking alcohol and it's like it's making me tipsy. But it's not.
I know that one. So what are our views on toxic friendships?
Honestly, like I feel like friendships are more tricky than relationships.
Because
like in relationships there's certain boundaries. Like in relationships you can have expectations from your friends, but in relationship it's like it's more deep, like it's communicated. And as friends, I feel like friendships should always be chilled.
I feel like they definitely should always be chilled. However, I just feel like I don't want to be friends with people who I can't trust. That number one, obviously. However, I feel like the biggest thing is if I can't communicate how you probably made me feel a certain way. If I feel like I'm about to have a conversation with you and I know that you're not gonna understand me, I know that you're gonna fight me, I know that I can't. I would just rather not be friends with you. So for me, in terms of like friendships being toxic, I think basically what I would just say about that is, guys, you know that feeling when you feel like someone isn't happy for you?
That's the worst thing ever, because you can't even project your happiness because you're scared you're gonna make them uncomfortable.
When you know you're scared to show how happy you are sometimes about something,
it's bad.
That's very bad. Like I feel like I used to not say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
What is your type? What is
your type? I feel like I don't know what your type is actually. Like guys, this is my first time finding out what Annie's type is.
You know what my type is.
I know what your type is. It's like girls who like wear like sports brands like Nike, sneakerheads, girls who like cars. And you like independent girls and you do like older girls.
Yes, it is a preference for me to be with someone older than me. And I like femmes. I'm not into like I'm not into studs or anything like that. I'm not against it, but I prefer to be with a femme.
Like a girly girl.
That's what a femme is.
I know. Anyway. Annalisa wants to wear a wedding dress with the girl she gets married.
Yes,
she wants them both to wear
wedding dresses.
And I feel like I have so much FOMO for that. Anyway, but yeah. So did you say what your type is?
My type is, you just described my type. It's like those girls who are like a bit tomboyish but not tomboyish. They can wear dresses, they can wear sneakers, they can wear heels, they can do it all. That's my type. And they must be preferably older than me. Yeah, but I'm not against any form. I don't discriminate. I'm open.
You're still open.
What's your type?
My type is
the dark-skinned version of Drake.
It is the dark-skinned version of Drake. And I feel like I was once with the dark-skinned version of Drake.
Who was that?
And now that guy holds the standard. Not the face with the body. I didn't date this person, however, I was with this person. He had the most, guys. He had the nicest body. Like,
his arms are like this big. I remember I was like, oh, so is this how he looks? Like, he's really your type. Shame. I felt bad. Shame, man.
Anyway, so this, like, I feel like my type is, I definitely like guys that go to the gym. I like guys that are taller than me. Like, and I want to look tiny next to you in terms of just physical appearance. I want to look tiny next to you. I want you to be bigger than me. I don't just want you to have muscle. I actually want you to be big. Like, that's just my type. And I like preferably darker people.
Darker skinned men.
And yeah, I just go to the gym.
That's when it was see a person like, oh, only if you went to the gym.
I feel like I need to convince this person to go to the gym.
Because it's going to be your time.
Yes, so that you can, like, I don't know. I'm a very visual person. Just like guys are visual people. And I feel like it's okay for me to visualize what I like, just like guys visualize what they like. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie about it, and I'm not gonna hide it, and I'm not gonna not be proud about the fact that I like people who I don't like pretty faces. I just like nice bodies. Have a normal face and just be big.
Got it. What's the next one?
What are your thoughts on spirituality?
Honestly, I feel like you should start this one because I'm Zaz.
We feel like spirituality is very necessary for us in order just to get by through life. That's our way of living. Because I mean, probably some of you guys know now that we're not religious. We don't read the Bible. We went to a Catholic school. Our grandmother took us to church. Our mom we got baptized. We did all of that. However, we just educated ourselves on certain matters on religion and Africa and how those two came about, and we just don't believe in the fact that
we felt like it was forced.
So yeah, we felt like it was forced onto African people. We're not saying this is facts. This is what we believe and this is what we were taught. Just like people who believe in the Bible, that's what they believe. That's what I feel like. Everyone is free to do what they want to do.
Yeah, and we don't judge anyone.
And we don't judge anyone.
And we don't feel like anyone should judge us.
Exactly. Let's accept everyone for what they believe in, what they want to believe in,
what they want to be.
Exactly. And I think that we're very spiritual people in the fact that we communicate to our ancestors, and that's our anchor of life. And I think that that's how we want to raise.
And it really works.
It really does work for us, and we feel strongly about it. And that's how I want to raise my children too.
Do you think money is an essential in a relationship? Yes, it is. Like, I think money is an essential in anything.
Yeah, it is an essential, but not, you know, a person doesn't need to be a baller.
I don't want to be with someone who is not like, where we can't have an understanding on things. Like, it's like if I say I like this restaurant, I don't want you to not. I don't want to. Okay, I
don't want to feel bad for the things I like.
Yes, like, or feel bad for the things you have because the other person doesn't have those things,
and hide that you're excited about certain things
because you feel bad for someone. That's bad.
It is bad.
Like, more than anything, I just feel like people should always date people who are like, who you can be, and I don't know, like, what's that word?
Compatible.
Yes, like, compatibility is so important.
And sometimes someone having less money than you could be compatible.
Yes, if it works for you, it works for you. If you can sustain yourself and you feel like you can sustain that person, whether you're a man or woman.
But if it's a man, that they need to be able to accept it in order for you guys to be compatible.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I don't think it matters as long as the relationship can work. If I feel like I'm the one who can sustain the relationship, and I feel like the one who can do it should do it. If there's one with money, like, I don't know, I obviously don't care because I'm like, obviously you guys have men and all of that. So for me, it's like, I don't care for me because I feel like I can be open to the fact that, oh, I'm the one who's gonna have the money in the relationship. But if they're the one who has the money, it would be nice if you both have equal money, or they have more, I have more, but they still have money. But like, I'm open to the fact that I can lead the relationship.
Yeah, I don't think I want to lead the relationship. I just don't want to do that. I just want someone who's gonna man up. That's how I define manning up. I feel like I want someone who is doing something with their life. I feel like in order for me to want to date you, you need to have your own car and your own apartment. If you don't have a car, that's fine, but
let's not struggle.
I feel like you need to have your own place. That's just how I feel. And I feel like just be able to take me to my favorite place, and I'll be able to take you to your favorite place.
Yeah,
I feel like it's fair in that sense.
Yeah. Do you feel like you said it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you cope in a situation of friends with benefits?
Oh my gosh, like, I feel like the situation is so. I feel like for me, don't be friends with benefits with someone that you could fall for. I didn't know I was gonna fall for the person,
but you were drawn to them, like, and if you like their personality, you're obviously gonna end up falling for them.
I understand what you mean. However, I just feel like for me it didn't work out for me, and I will never be in a no strings attached situation with someone again. I know that if I want to be in a position where I'm gonna be sexual with the person probably more than 3 times, then I actually like you. Like,
yeah,
like I don't do it.
Yeah,
like I don't do it.
Whereas if it's like just once, you're like,
I can't.
Like that's bad. Now that means that you can only be sexual with people that you only like. Do you know that means that?
I know, but I feel like the person I was friends with benefits. I was a friend with benefits. Anyway, that term. I feel like he led me on, so that's why I fell for him.
But he didn't say let's date.
But he led me on.
But he didn't say.
But I told him let's not talk, and he told me to talk. He used to call me almost every day, FaceTime almost every day, talk, chat.
He wanted the relationship with us, but not the relationship.
Yeah, and it's like
unfortunately. But at the same time, people can always say, "But I said I don't want a relationship." So it's up to you to define that and have those boundaries and say, we're not doing this, we're not talking.
I tried that,
but at the same time, you can't let someone force you. You have to set your boundaries. I understand what you mean. It's easy to fall into that trap, but if you know you're gonna get your heart broken and you know you're gonna be invested, you don't let it happen at all.
I didn't know.
It's all the balls in your court.
I didn't know. I didn't know I was gonna fall.
Well, when you were falling,
I wanted to tell him. He just ended things with me before I did.
Okay.
So it was very.
That was an unfortunate.
And that was
the guy.
The guy that. Ooh, I was so sad.
Anyway, what's next?
So someone asked us to talk about our first heartbreak.
Okay, can I first speak?
Yeah, speak.
Can't you speak?
I can't.
Okay. So for me, my first heartbreak wasn't a breakup. I went through heartbreak in the relationship where I was with someone who had their ex, and their ex was basically not leaving their life, and it was bad. I don't know how you dealt with that. Honestly, like for me, it was just heartbreak. Like I continued to be with this person, obviously, and that's why I'm saying it was heartbreak in the relationship, because the relationship didn't end because of that. Because I was young and naive, and I was 18, and I just let this person do as they please. So for me, if I think about it now, that was my heartbreak, because obviously I didn't break up with someone to be heartbroken, but I got heartbroken in the relationship.
Yeah, I feel like my heartbreak was.
Well, it's in the story time.
Anyway,
it ended there.
I don't know. I feel like I've only experienced heartbreak once in my life, and
yeah.
that was really, really heartbreaking. Like I didn't even realize I was heartbroken, but I was. And so this person basically lied to me, and not even about lying to me. I felt like they respected another girl more than they respected me, and I felt like for me that was a deal breaker, and I couldn't take it.
What's your deal breaker though?
I think my deal breaker is, I think you can't be friends with your ex.
Yeah, that's mine too.
And also having a female bestie for me is a no. Like
what is that?
I feel like for me, I feel like my deal breaker is definitely, I feel like in order for me to be comfortable with you being besties with this girl, I need to see your dynamic. Yeah. I need to see it.
And you need to be accepting of it.
I need to be accepting of it. And if I feel like if I'm
mine is like ex.
Friends with ex.
No. Like I learned my lesson. Like I was okay with it, and I was being dumb. And these people were probably dating while I was dating this person as well. It was the worst. Like that situation could have broken me, but I didn't let it. But yes, the ex, don't.
Yeah, I definitely think that's my deal breaker as well. I don't think I would deal with that. Yeah, but that is it.
Anyway. What's the next one?
I think this is the last one actually. Someone's asking how to successfully slide into DMs.
What is it?
I feel like for me, be open and honest.
Yes, I like you.
No, I don't mean say I like you. I feel like you should just tell this person, hey, be polite, or be like. I feel like I remember I texted this guy, are you in Cape Town? I watched his story and I was like, are you in Cape Town? And he was like, no, I actually just flew from Cape Town to Joburg. And I was like, he asked me why am I asking, and I was like, because I wanted to hang out. And then he was like, unfortunately I can't hang out because I'm in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm not sad about it.
At least he was honest.
Yeah, he was honest. And he is in a relationship. But anyway, so for me, I just felt like I was very direct.
Yeah, for me, no, but for me the thing is, you must respond to a story.
I think, or you don't have to. I feel like for me,
put the eyes. The
no,
eyes work.
don't put the eyes with me. Don't play games. I don't want someone who's gonna play. If you are sliding into my DMs, that means you're wanting something from me, and I am not doing things with people if it's not a relationship. I'm tired, I'm bored, and I'm not playing those games anymore. So tell me in the DMs, hey, Asanele, I'm drawn to you, I'm attracted to you, I'm a crush on you, whatever. I would like to get to know you. Finish. Or just say hi. Or just say hi.
Yeah.
Don't put eyes. Don't.
But Asanele, how many people have said hi? Okay, maybe you would
exactly. But I feel like for me, if a guy I like were to say hi, I would respond. Don't put eyes, don't put hearts, don't just say hi, or say hi, how are you, or say hi, I'm so drawn to you, I'd like to get to know you. Simple.
I've never slid in any DMs. So
I've slid in a couple of DMs,
yes,
and I'm done with that.
Using our account, guys.
So they don't know. Now they know.
Yes, they know. Yeah, they know.
But anyway,
is that all?
I think that's all, yeah.
Okay.
So I think this video is quite lengthy.
Anyway,
so we hope you guys enjoyed this video.
We hope it was insightful.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I'm just thinking.
Did I interrupt you while we were speaking?
No.
What? Asanele.
What?
Were you gonna say something?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. No, we just hope you guys enjoyed the video, and can you guys please let us know what you think of our thoughts, if you think we're open, if you think we're mature, if you think we're being ridiculous.
I don't want people to let me know how I am.
If you think we're irrational.
No, these are our thoughts. I'm not making any facts.
But obviously people are gonna have opinions.
True.
They're bound to.
True.
What else?
Yeah, I think that's about it. We just hope you guys enjoyed this video. We hope it wasn't boring. I feel like, yeah, we hope it wasn't boring.
Anyway,
please like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill.
Yes. And thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys.